going to do, see up in the corner where it says select turbine head, way up in the corner?
Right
Hit
here?
that arrow. There you go. Perfect. It sees the 2.5. Okay? And the 2.5, if I look right here, is the 33 foot. And you can see right now, see the red thing moving? That's because it's generating power. Okay? And we're going to get it to tell us how much power, and it's great. This is a great time to do it because we've had a lot of wind. All right. What I want you to do is see where it says start date, Heather? Okay, it says 10/9.
Right there.
Okay, so that's going to go from October 9th, and it's going to go to today's date, which is the 8th.
Right.
Hit graph now. And this is going to do a graph showing from that particular date in October to today. And then we're going to export it. We're going to send that information that's going to look like this, the daily info. We're going to send it to a file, and that's how we get this
Holy
information.
cow.
There's our graph, and look at today. Look at the last line, the last 2 dots. See how high it goes? See, Thomas, what I'm talking about? I'm going to touch this real quick. Look at this, from here to there. That is today, I believe.
Wow.
Okay, that's showing it's windy. Okay, we're producing power. It says the green button says generating, and you can see this. Okay, okay, Heather, hit export graph. Nope, nope. Right next to the. There you go. Okay, now let's name it today's date. 11, and use a dash. Yep, there you go.
And 08?
Just 8. And then another dash, and then 10. And then hit OK. And what it's going to do is it's going to put that in the folder. Now we're going to switch turbines. Go back up to the top and switch to the 3.0, which is the 50 footer.
Right here?
Yeah. And it should be really going today, because usually let's give it a second to talk to it. There we go, it's talking to it. Hit graph now, and we're going to see the graph change. It's talking to it live, right now.
That's amazing.
It is, it's very cool. It's very cool. And you know, we can go back on a day when there's usually between 50 and 60 mile an hour winds, which doesn't happen very often, but we can look back on those dates and it'll say how many kilowatt hours. The most we've ever produced in one day out of one is like 14 kilowatt hours, but it's very cool to be able to see it. Okay, so did our graph change a little bit?
Yeah.
It should have. Go ahead and hit export. Okay, and this time, before we do the date, we're going to go up here and we're going to tell it to go to the 50-foot file, which is this one.
Alright.
Type the same date in that you did before. Yeah, 11-8. Okay. Did we do 11 before? We should have. Hit OK. Alright, so now we've exported that data. So we can completely click on the X and get out of this and go into those files and print them out in Mrs. Shockley's room. Go right ahead.
Alright.
And you're going to go into the folder that says 33, the yellow folder. There you go. Click that. Good job. Now find the file that you just did for the 11.8. Should be in there somewhere. They tend to mix all in. I think we put an 11.8 on there.
There you go.
Right there.
You see it? There you go. Click, click. All right. There is our data.
And then print
Look
it
how
out.
many, look at today's date. It did up to the 7th, right? Okay, that was yesterday. So when the wind started, we did 4.5 kilowatt hours. That's huge. Come tomorrow when we document, it'll be probably 10 or 11 more to add to that kilowatt hours. So you can see each day. Look at, you can pick a day. Let's like the 14th of October. It's in the minus. The turbines use a little bit of energy to keep those chips running, from what the company tells me. And you can see every day which ones were windy. And obviously yesterday, November 7th, look at the difference, 4.56 in comparison to 0. Okay, you can tell. And here we are, look at the difference.
Wow.
7 for yesterday on the 50-foot. This goes to show, we've really showed for every 10 feet you go up on a turbine, you get almost double, when we look at everything, almost double the kilowatt hours, which is, and the neat thing is, Chelsea's seeing the same thing. So we have 4 turbines, all the same size, you know, 2 and 2, and we've totally, our data is totally repeated, so it's really nice.
It's amazing.